Hello and welcome to News for the Matrix, from the Matrix even, 9, and this is big news.
Somewhere in the Matrix, maybe.
Yeah, so this is big news, literally dropped today, out of nowhere, you know, it was a bit like WWE, full on smash out of nowhere. So they've released the entire companion role, the entire cast. We're going to have a 4-person TARDIS team. I quite like this, I like the bigger teams actually, not going to lie.
Depends. I mean, I'm slightly... Like, the thing about having a 3-person team, in the time which they set for Doctor Who, currently... I mean, I know it's going to be slightly longer, but, if you look back to, like, the 5th Doctor era, like, not everyone was balanced on an episode-to-episode basis.
True.
Which I'm slightly concerned in that regard about having a bigger TARDIS crew. Not gonna lie. I'm fine with the choices. I'm just concerned about how much screen time each one of them will get.
True. Okay, so with the rest of it, so of course, our lineup from kind of left to right is Mandip Gill or Jill. I don't know.
I think.
I knew someone who had their name Jill like that, so it could either be one of those two. Then we have Bradley Walsh, who's quite a well-known person. Then, of course, Jodie Whittaker, and then Tosin Cole. Tosin Cole, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't know. I'll pick it up when someone else says it. But yeah, they all look pretty good. Along with the BBC kind of press release on the official site, it's also joining the series in a returning role is Sharon D. Clark. I've looked her up and she will probably be playing Ryan and Yasmin's mum. I think.
I'm not so sure. The BBC describes her as a returning role. Returning role. Not a recurring one. A returning.
Oh. In a returning role. That is interesting.
Are we looking at the next Missy?
Maybe. That would be
Now, I'm calling that
interesting.
now. I'm calling that now.
What, there's going to be Missy?
Yeah, just because, well, what else could fit a returning role? Who else would change?
Well, returning from the classics, it could be.
Like who?
I don't know.
I don't think there's many options there.
There's the Rani still.
I don't see it. They basically just made the Master the Rani when they made Missy.
Yeah. No,
The Rani died somewhere in the Time War and everyone forgot.
It got more on top, like more towards the Master in Series 10, but it was a bit late then. But anyway, yeah, so then it goes on. In more exclusive news, it is confirmed the new series will be a 10-week run of 50-minute episodes in autumn 2018, kicking off with a feature-length hour for the opening launch. So,
Alright.
yeah, then the rest of it is basically, yeah, I'm excited. Well, hey, watch Doctor Who or whatever,
Yeah.
usual.
I guess we can kind of take it like person by person. Well, I mean, we can discuss one of them, but like, how do you think they'll kind of all fit in
So I
this?
think the characters. So Bradley's playing a character called Graham. Tosin or Tosin is playing a character called Ra, and then Mandip is playing Yasmin. I'm gonna go with Yasmin and Mandip being no Yasmin and Ryan being brother and sister. I think that'll be something new.
Could be. But how do you think Bradley's gonna fit into all of that? How are they?
Well, it depends. I don't think they'll go for the school approach again because that'd be way too soon. They might meet two of the characters in the first story and then enough like Walsh's character later on. You never
Or
know.
I don't know. I think there's. I don't know if this will be true or not, but judging by how they kind of said they've specifically mentioned a decent amount of about the kind of first Doctor era and such. Maybe it's kind of similar. Maybe he is a school teacher that kind of.
It would be a bit soon though, don't you think? But I don't know, like studenty. It's just because they had the entire thing with Clara being in school, and they just had the university thing.
Yeah,
Maybe it's at the
it's slightly
university.
different.
Maybe it's at the university. Maybe that could be a nice tie-in.
Mm,
Well, we still have the closure of Bill to happen. You know,
mm,
there's still stuff. I mean, all of these actors have, I've been looking at through what they've done. They've all done, quite a bit.
yeah.
Um,
Bradley Walsh, I think, like I know when the rumors came out, a lot of people initially kind of classed him off, like, how could that work? He's a comedy actor, but he has actually done quite a few serious roles in the past.
I mean, he was the Pied Piper in the Sarah Jane Adventures, which was scary as fuck.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, but apparently he was like in Law and Order and such. Apparently he's pretty good.
He was in Coronation Street, which is, that's a soap. You got to go through a range of emotions in a soap. In a soap, you at least get angry, sad, happy. All of the emotions are covered in your story arc, and he was there for 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it could be a bit more comedy relief. I mean, but he has the range to do quite a variety.
So was Matt Lucas's
Nardole. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe that's kind of where they're going with him. Maybe he'll kind of step into that role because of how well received Nardole is. Other than the fact that they kind of closed out on the Nardole saga.
I like Nardole. I'm kind of sad he's gone now.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Though I really like Bill, but sometimes I think it's better for them to stay a shorter while and leave while people still want you, rather than people being more like, I want another companion now.
In fairness, a lot of the most popular companions did last a while.
Well, that was classics, and that was a different time.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say that. Like, even in the new series, Billy Piper got 2 series, but kept showing up elsewhere. Same with Catherine Tate. Meanwhile, Martha was pretty much dropped, other than
No,
once.
She was in a lot of series 4. She was in the Sontaran one, then the next one, then in the finale as well. She was in a lot of series 4. People just forget about her, really.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
It was too much after Rose basically loving the Doctor. It was like, okay, we finished the love story.
Yeah.
Arc, It was like, hey, do you want this extension pack about love? No? Well, you're gonna get it anyway. That's basically what it was.
Yeah, they kind of did write Martha basically as Rose.
But the Doctor
in a lot of ways.
Hey.
Complete with the family, and it pretty much was, actually, thinking about it. I didn't even quite... Yeah.
Except she had siblings this time, and her dad was alive.
That barely appeared.
Yeah.
In both counts.
Her sister appeared more than the brother, Leo.
Even them barely appeared. So yeah, a little bit off topic.
What do you think about the 10-week run and only 50 minutes? See, I was okay with the 10-week run if it was 60 minutes every week. But feel a bit robbed at 50.
Well, I mean, right now it's what was it for the last series? Because I completely forget. It's 45.
Last series it was 45.
Yeah, that seems a bit. I mean, taking probably all the kind of extra 5 minutes, that would probably count up to 1 episode.
Only one though. We've lost 3 episodes since the series came back.
It's true.
No, to be fair, if the series starts in autumn, we'll have the Christmas special pretty close.
Hopefully.
I wish we'd get an Easter special, when it was the Planet of the Dead, because it's just too long.
Maybe.
Just something to bridge the gap, This is when Sarah Jane Adventures was needed, or Class, This is when you needed it. In the big gaps between.
Yeah, it's a bit painful.
But it's interesting.
But one thing I'd say about one thing I'd say about the loss of one of the episodes, is that maybe hopefully the budget that would have been placed into that goes into the other episodes. Because while it's a bit less variety, maybe having a fewer yet higher budget episodes might ultimately be better. perhaps.
True, true. But thing is like, I mean, I enjoyed Doctor Who as much when it was 13 episodes and the budget was split.
Fundamentally, yeah, the stories
It's
are
more the
what drives
story,
episodes to
yeah.
be fantastic. But you do look back on like some of the CG in series one and kind of like,
Oh yeah, but like then you look
mm.
back at the CG and the 70s and
And then you look at it in
it's always
series
going to be
two when
improved.
yeah, but when you look at it compared to like how they upped the budget in series two, there is quite a
Jump, yeah.
substantial jump when they knew the series would be successful, you know.
Mm. True,
So,
true. I don't
but
know.
so they didn't put as much into it as they could have if they'd done less. But I like the amount of episodes we got because all the episodes were good in that series. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me, but I'm sure like some people that'd matter fair bit.
Hmm. Yeah, I know it's interesting. I mean, they've got an error anyway in this press release. It says BBC announces today, October 2017. It's October 22nd. I think you'll find.
Maybe the announcement was delayed and they forgot to change it.
Oh, that would be interesting. That's like 12 days. That's 12-day
Yeah.
delay. That's almost 2 weeks.
That
Man.
is. Because there
Maybe
hasn't
they'll-
been news for a while. Maybe they.
Maybe it was contract things. They wanted to get it all like in place, and maybe there was an issue or something. It happens in this industry. Not like I'm saying that one was like changing their mind, but there might have been something wrong here or whatever. Whatever. So yeah, interested to see how this goes. I'm glad. As I said, I'm glad they've got male companions. That is the one worry I had, that it would become a completely female team.
As they kind of hinted at in the last series,
Yeah.
but that hasn't happened. I like the fact they kind of balanced it out here. It
Yeah.
kind of feels like
Two
kind of
girls,
again
two
like
guys.
going back to the original series, kind of
Yeah.
like balance on both sides. You get representations from both ends. It's,
I like how we've got an older male companion as well. I think that would be more helpful in some situations rather than
Yeah.
others. But
yeah, no, it's kind of it's different to have like a proper companion be that. I mean, I know there was Wilf, who's probably the closest you kind of got to that, but
yeah,
he wasn't really a companion. It is interesting to legitimately get an older like male, well, an older companion in general, like because
I would like.
basically all the companions have been young. I
Yeah.
mean, like. Unless you're trying to look at the extended universe, because the Sixth
Brigadier
Doctor
and
was
stuff.
traveling with like a granny, wasn't he, at some
Oh.
point?
Yeah,
In like the audio books and such. But in the main series, like I think the oldest we've basically got was like Ian and Barbara, pretty much. Well, I guess Romana, but that doesn't really count. That doesn't really count.
We're talking about physically how they look.
But really, yeah, in real life.
But like, I mean, I quite like Bradley Walsh to be a janitor. I just think that would be quite enjoyable. Like, I think his reactions, living such a kind of same life day in, day out, and then like mind getting blown by aliens, spaceships bigger on the inside. I think that's something which this recent series has missed. Like, the characters got too used to traveling with the Doctor that they'd walk out the TARDIS and there'd be no like wonderment anymore. They wouldn't be like, oh wow, look at this. It's like they'd seen everything already.
They took it for granted way too quickly.
You way too quickly. And like, I mean, see in series 2, Rose was getting used to it, but then they brought Mickey along. So then you saw Mickey's reactions, and those early reactions are the funniest ones. And I think having someone who's, barely seen anything in their life, suddenly everything's interesting, and I think I'd quite like that, someone, just one character who's always in wonderment of everything, just, yeah, it likes to touch everything and try every button, which sometimes causes them trouble, There's potential, I think, with having kind of a bit of a bumbling idiot who's just, mind blown at everything.
Yeah. I just hope possibly that they kind of perhaps initially said it somewhere else apart from London. Please.
Yeah.
Give me anywhere else.
To be fair, only a short bit was in London, wasn't it? In Series 10. There wasn't
I mean,
much.
you didn't see it much, but Bill was still from London, and
No, because the university wasn't London. I swear the university was somewhere else.
you sure?
Yeah. Um. Oh, it's gonna annoy me, but I don't think.
Oh, we're both typing this up.
We're good researchers, guys.
Yeah, we.
I mean, they're at St Luke's University, Bristol, but I'm not sure if that's doubling up for somewhere else.
Hang on.
Oh, wait. St Luke's University, Bristol. They're in Bristol.
Bristol. Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's where all that was. I think the only time it was in London was when it was the monks.
All right. Well, never mind. Forget it.
The last series I thought was pretty good for not being in London.
Yeah, I mean, it just. Well, they didn't make that overtly clear, but I guess they didn't have to.
Yeah,
I know. I just saw buildings and I thought.
I think we've got so much London now that you just see kind of city. And you're like
London.
some place in London.
Everywhere is London. If they keep up with that, like if they have it set somewhere else in the UK, I'd be okay keeping up with that trend. Just having
Yorkshire,
because
Yorkshire.
not everybody comes from London, guys.
Oh yeah, everyone important who wants to go out of spaces. What about a farmer? I think that would be a good companion.
Oh, that would be interesting. That would be
Bradley
interesting.
Walsh was a farmer.
Wow.
I think you should stumble.
I'll come with you, Doctor, if I'm allowed to bring my combine harvester with me.
You can ram over Daleks with this combine harvester.
War.
That'd be such a good action scene. Oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to not see that now. I want them to lose control of the TARDIS. And for Farmer Graham to stumble on the TARDIS, and then basically the entire time Jodie should be trying to get him home. Rehash the Tegan. Because I mean, then the adventures are random. Because that's the thing which I've probably said before if you listened to earlier podcasts. I don't like it when the Doctor's forced to go places. I preferred it when it was random, so that even the Doctor didn't know what was outside the doors. Because I think that's the problem as well. The Doctor's got too smart about the universe.
Yeah, but no, considering the age they've made him, I mean, I don't think that's exactly...
Only 2,000 years. I mean, fucking hell, I'm 19. I can't remember where my first 19 years have gone, basically in school. But, I don't remember every day. And I definitely wouldn't have covered the entire... I think how big the fucking universe is. And I think how many days there are. And I think how many days he's spent in some adventures. And he was already, 600 when he was the second Doctor. So, and then he managed a lot of that between, It was too quick, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There should be plenty the Doctor doesn't know. But yeah. So that's kind of what we think on the new companion reveal. What do you think? Do you think Bradley Walsh should be a farmer with his combine harvester?
Or will he be the clown again?
Or will he be the clown? That would be a twist. Maybe he's trying to change his ways.
Just like the Michael Jackson song. It's like the man in the mirror.
The clown in the mirror. That would be really scary. I think actually having Yasmin and Ryan as brother and sister, that would be a good one. Because you could get I think it would create a different kind of emotion when it comes to them being in danger. Because obviously family, they'd be a lot closer anyway because they've grown up for so many years together. So I think you get some real emotional.
That would be different. That would be different. I'm not sure if that's where they're going to go with it, but that would be different. Actually, did they show the surnames?
No, purposely.
No.
I think they've purposely done that.
Possibly.
Because Ryan and Yasmin just feel like brother and sister names to me. Don't you think? I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah.
Bradley Walsh is like a foster dad.
He could be a stepdad.
Like,
That'd be
yeah,
really weird. But I kind of like it. That would be so weird.
that would. But that would, like a family traveling in the TARDIS,
Yeah.
basically.
I'm
That
just
would,
I'm just waiting for the 13th Doctor's costume now because they're gonna have to start shooting soon. I mean, they're in pre-production right now,
yeah,
so they're gonna be getting all their risk assessments done and booking locations, booking kit. It's
yeah. They will
going.
be getting it already.
Series 11 is in pre-production. Like probably
Yep.
the later state. Probably I'd say it's probably about three-quarters of the way through now. Script
Mm.
should be kind of well, the early scripts. The first one's definitely done.
Mhm.
Jodie's filmed her first scenes, or yeah, I read that somewhere. So she's
Yeah.
done her first doctoring. Exciting times, I've been thinking about it, and I think actually is the right time for a female doctor, in my opinion. I feel like
Maybe. I mean, I'm still
well,
kind
it
of like
depends if it
maybe
backfires, then
maybe it was a bit soon though.
a
It
bit soon
seems.
after 50 years, it's like
Well, yeah, I know that's the thing that people keep bringing up, but it's, doing it right now makes. And I
risky.
still say that it does kind of feel like a political statement in some ways. Although the more we've heard about it, the less and less it seems like that. But I still kind of can't shake
It
that
will bug
feeling.
us. It will bug us.
If
Once
it
it's
doesn't
yeah,
if it doesn't actually impact on the series itself, if there isn't like a huge like political overtone in Doctor Who for the next series, I'm cool. I just
well,
want some good Doctor
I
Who.
think
I
having
don't care who the Doctor is. If the stories are good and
yeah,
I like the Doctor, whatever.
definitely.
But I still kind of a little nervous about the stories themselves. But we'll see how that plays out.
I think having two male companions has calmed me down a bit. I think if they were gonna go like the full political statement, they'd just have women on it.
Hmm.
But no, I think I do believe now. I'm excited for Doctor Who to see where this really, really new thing's going. I was excited for Peter because I was excited for an older Doctor in New Who era, and yeah, I don't know. I'll see where it goes. It could backfire, but I've watched a load of Jodie Whittaker stuff. Actually, I'm doing my research. And actually, she's been pretty good. No, she's been brilliant in everything she does. So
Mhm.
I trust her for her acting skills. It's now up to Chibnall's writing, really.
Well, it's not just him; it's all the other writers as
True,
well.
true. But I
We'll
mean,
see how it goes. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm more positive now, certainly than compared to when I was when the first announcement. I'm just waiting
on
to
your
see.
birthday.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see how they go, how this plays out because I don't know. Yeah, and again, I stick to the original sentiment that this could either go well or it can backfire horribly.
Yeah,
It's still kind of that
risky times.
two-sidedness.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes. I have more faith now than I certainly that I did to begin with. But we'll see. We shall
yeah.
see.
So, comment below what you think. Do you still think it's just a political statement? What do you think of the new companions? What do you think they're going to be? Do you think they're going to actually be from the past, or do you think they're going to be the present like they always are? Except Nardole, but he was still not like the main companion. But he was. I like Nardole. Do you think Bradley Walsh is going to be comedic? Do you think the other two are going to be brother and sister? What do you think? Tell us below. Thank you very much for listening. We are Eyes of Harmony. This was News from a Matrix, and we're working hard on the next batch of reviews. And we will
Yeah.
see you next time. Bye.
Boy.